Biafra. Reading from Biafran's Got Talents.
Africans will never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans will never be free until Biafra comes here. drag your children down. So every black man, even now, for the heroes to be. Stand up for your right and let us free Africa. I know that Jaja will let us down. You give us Biafra, our golden crown. Africa will rise and be great again. We've had enough of these tears and pain.
So every black man stand. So every black man, oh, you're right, man. Wherever you are, stand up for Africa. So every black man, stand up. So you're right, you're right. Freedom for Africa, freedom for Africa.
Yes, of course, every black man across the globe must stand up for their right. It is the freedom for Africa, freedom from foolishness, freedom from stupidity, freedom from greed, freedom from self-hate, freedom from hopelessness, freedom from stupidity, freedom from our brothers and sisters, freedom for those who long and steal our resources. We need freedom. What is applicable to the Biafrans today, I can assure you, is applicable to everyone. This is Radio Biafra Extra. We are streaming live through Biafra Human Rights and Freedom Radio Station. You can be rest assured that on this radio station, we talk to human being. We don't talk to animal. On Biafra Human Rights Radio Station, we talk to human being, not animal. And of course, the radio station is being anchored by Diokpa Uche Ukafo Mefo. Diokpa Uche Ukafo Mefo is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Diokpa Uche Ukafo Mefo is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. But these are how you know principled people. No too much words. I will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption, because he understands the implication. Today, a lot of things are going wrong, and most people don't understand the implications. To you, it all shall be as usual. A lot of things. One day, all of you will appreciate us on this platform. One day, all of you will see what we are preventing from happening to the next generation. And I tell you, your appreciation will be useless, because we don't even need it. As Mefo simply said, I will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. You will testify to that fact very soon. And by the special grace of the Almighty Creator, I am George Onyibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Anyoma province. Anyoma province is in Delta State. And every piece of land in Delta State is Biafra land. At least as of this moment, check your time. That is how I used to tell you when I was in IPOB. I will tell you, check your time. As we speak at this moment. It is a privilege. It is not my father's property. I am serving the Biafran Nations Alliance as the head of administration worldwide. And under the Biafran de facto customary government, it is a privilege that I am serving in the capacity of their Secretary General. For record purposes, but then the most important thing is that I am one of you. I am one of those who sincerely want good for their people. We will confront any evil. We will stop at nothing to make sure none of you will set the next generation. My target is simple. At the moment you can make use of their brain, but they will wake up. They will be delivered, I can assure you that. And of course, before we continue, I will not fail to acknowledge men and women like Mazio BD, Dr. Kado, of course, the man himself, Diokpa Uche Ukafo Mefo, Mbadike, All the saboteurs like me, or Zurumba, okay, saboteurs like me, in and out of the agitation. Acknowledge all of you honestly. Mbadiki Zekwesele, Ukuyongoka. All of you acknowledge you. My brother, our spokesperson, Chimezie, Watchmen, all of you, men and women of goodwill, who are not even Biafrans, but they understand the position we are at this moment. Acknowledge all of you honestly. Names too numerous to mention. Every pro-Biafran group, whether the ones that are being selfish in their pursuit or the ones that are being sincere, the point is that the Bible says some are preaching the gospel to make money. Some are preaching the gospel according to Paul to add to their chain. Some are preaching the gospel for reason best known to them, maybe the popularity. He says it does not concern me. What concern me as the apostle of Christ is that the gospel is being preached. If you like, sell all of us. If you like, become supreme mercy. If you like, become God. If you like, reject the name Biafra. If you like, turn to idiot. Anyone you like. Just be mentioning the name Biafra, 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 until encyclopedia at every network will recognize that name. Of course, they have done that already. At the right time, we will know who is deceiving our people. Acknowledge all of you. Having a contrary view or opinion from mine doesn't make you evil. We are here to correct the menace. That having been said, I will move ahead to acknowledge Nnamdi Kanu recruits. Even when Nnamdi Kanu is broadcasting, they are on my platform. And then one begins to answer, are they not supposed to be listening to the zombie creator of our time? But yet they are here. DJ Rezo, what are you doing here? My friend, let's live here, Joe. But every day you keep coming. What are you coming to do? But it's okay. I am your destiny and I'm your doom. You are supposed to be here. How can you be delivered? How can you be delivered? Before I proceed, I must acknowledge the Creator. Chukwu okike abịama hụ ka eluigwe lale. Onye mara ka anyị na ọbịa ụwa. Ọkwa gị bụ echeta obi esike o. Ọkwa gị bụ ike anyị ji agagale o. Ọkwa gị kewara osimiri le o. Imekwa ọnwa anya ga-akọ tụrụ ime o. Ọkwa gị yo Chineke m. Igbu oke mmiri na-ebu ogwe. Ọkwa gị yo Chineke ma. Nibuchimo, Nibuchime, Nibuchimo, Ibuchim, Ibuchi anya anyị ji ahụ ụzọ agada gbajiri zonwoku bioma olileanya nke ndị Biafra o anyị rere rọkụ na anyị na-agbara ọkụ ogene ka ga-eji toro gị ye gị nna o aga na kwisi ala na-enye gị ekene o na-ebuchi m Chukwu na-ede mma o Jehovah na-ede mma olilanya ndị nsọ na-ede mma o ọmaka si biwale o na-ede mma ezi Chineke le o narị ekele o mgbe niile o ise. And of course this evening we have to proceed and then look into one or two issues. But on this very note, before we look into our topic, which is simply titled, There is Need for Us to Protect Our Own, I want to begin to sound a clear directives to Biafrans across the globe, most especially the next generation, reminding them that on no account should they allow anybody to reduce them to rubbish, to rubble, something you are not. One of the greatest challenge of Africans as we speak today is the oppression of their youth. A complete emasculation of African youth by African government. The amazing thing there is that the colonial master, as the case may be, understand how energetic the youth can be and able to fit for purpose. invested on youth during their era of conquest of Africa. You go back to history and see most leaders in Africa, most of them became president at the age of 20. In fact, it's amazing that the supposedly amalgamation document that bound 3 different countries or more together as one Nigeria was signed by children between the ages of 12 to 6 years. Is God not wonderful? Because comparing the age of those who were supposed to be signatory to the amalgamation document, if there were anything like that, all of them were about 6 years in 1914. But that is not the point I am driving to. Most presidents in Africa have been their president for 50 years. Most of them have been president for 90 years, even older than Britain that created their country. And most of them at a very tender age got hold of the arm of government. Nigeria is not an exception. You have the likes of the supposedly founding father. Even at the age of 26, Buhari was a president already. At the age of 20 or 18, Olusegun Obasanjo was a president already. Nnamdi Azikiwe at the age of 19 was a president already. Awolowo at the age of 7 was a president already. Go and Google their dates. And then all the next generation of Biafra, most especially the zombie following Nnamdi Kanu, when these criminals ruling us today became president, they were not even up to you. Each time I see them and I cross my leg, I begin to wonder, who are these people? They should be grateful to their father. If somebody like Nnamdi Azikiwe can champion the cause of the whole African at the age of 30 years, and then you are 40 years, you are a criminal jumping up and down as unknown gunmen, believe me, Nnamdi Azikiwe would have reason to pick up gun. Nnamdi Azikiwe would have reason to destroy the country of his time. Nnamdi Azikiwe was loved by Yoruba, Hausa, Fulani at the same time. Even in Yoruba land, Nnamdi Azikiwe won every constituency in terms of election, including in the north. 30 years old, 26 years old. Go and check the age of Gowon when he led the war. He was lesser than most of you. Is it 17 years old, Seth? The colonial master understand the need why the youth must be empowered. And the Bible concluded by saying, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he cannot depart from it. It is not about when you leave your father's home or your parents' home that matters. It is about how prepared you are. Look at all the people putting us into this rubbish. They were not even half your age before they took over power. Today, the next people who have suffered from the hand of these ill criminals are now subjecting you lower than an animal, and you are jumping up and down. Look at the person that is said to be arrested in Aba today, Ikon deputy. He's 48 years old. 48 years old. And then somebody like Nnamdi Kanu is turning him to armed robber, criminal, telling, run out of here. You are weak. All of you are weak. All of you are weak. The next generation must be careful. Not just Biafrans, but the whole of Africa. The whole of African youth, you must wake up. You must rise up and challenge your leader. Some of your presidents can't walk again. They are old and bedridden, and yet you go and vote them and kill yourself for it. You people don't have sense. Generation of lazy people. Now you know why they call you lazy people. Nnamdi Kanu at the end of the day is destroying the less of your brain, the remaining of your brain. A true father teaches the children to stand up to him when things are wrong, to stand up to their responsibility. This is what we are doing here. One way or the other, our message will go through. And so the next generation of Biafran must be very careful. You can't let them push you around. Over 70 to 60% of you are not going to come back home if you do not begin to inculcate this knowledge into yourself. Your father don't even know the meaning of his village name. And I tell you, those countries where you are today, one way or the other, they will ask you about where you come from. There were times they were coming to steal us, to work in plantation. Now they are the one deporting us. If we go now, no one at Owaria. And so somewhere along the line, in every dispensation or era, it is important the people are guided and never forget who they are. These were some of the value we came to instill. Making you to understand because somebody bent you down does not mean you are bent down. Because we cannot bend down under the weight of any humiliation. For in the end, in vain their bangle cast, which all circle round our feet. For we are the Biafrans calling for the first and the repeated time. We will never weep for coals and carry. For the palm oil nor the sprinkle ash, for yam do not meet in amulet. We don't want you to understand everything, but begin to get sense. Don't I'm just 12 years, I'm just 10 years. No. Begin to dream how you can become great even at 12 years. Do you know the age of Alexander the Great? When he made exploit beyond his father's imagination, do you know even around the ages of 36 or 26, he had died and keeping a record that even thousands generation yet unborn, his name will be on their lips. Why can't you desire for something greater? Why can't you live for something more than you? You are jumping around. Oh, we are non-government. Oh, we are government. Oh, we are ESN. Oh, you are lazy. And when they kill you, now the Kanu will raise offering, donation. They are still doing donation for Iko burial. They have cut to the second one. Nonsense. You empower the people's mind first of all before you push them into this rubbish. And let me remind you people before we go into our topic. Some governors are going behind to bribe. Oh, unknown government done, unknown government. Our satellite are on all of you. The moment you pay them, and it is evidence you have paid them, you will see more unknown gunmen. You will see more unknown gunmen. So don't negotiate with any terrorists. Let them begin to kill us. Let them begin to scatter. We shall see who is doing who at the end. Our political leaders must stand up to their responsibility. Now you see what you have led all of us to. This is just the beginning. And for those of you doing, oh, we are non-government, we are non-Kano boys. Let me tell you, about 60% of IPOB coordinators and volunteers now are the head of all the Bubago. Kano know this already. That's why I say, if we catch you, we will kill you. Kano, I tell you, any IPOB person who is no longer with IPOB, any member of the Biafran nation, any Biafran who saw the truth and back up that you touch them Kano in the name of IPOB, we will design this struggle for you. I am not in diaspora. We will design it for you. We will make sure none of you will remain, you won't come close to this country. And God knows I do not boast. Then I tell you the truth. That is why I'm telling you, stop pushing your people, stop oppressing your people, because the only end journey to what you are doing is that you will push them to go to the enemy to look for help, and it will not end the way you think. I am telling you categorically that 90% of those who heard a Bubago were IPOB coordinators. You think we don't know? Some of them are using Jeep now, big boy, like Nnamdi Kanu junior brother, fine boy, hopeless criminals. So that money you have been collecting from politicians, you don't want them to eat it. Now they know what you know. Let's not deceive ourselves. Let's not deceive ourselves. And so anybody thinking, oh, we are doing, we are monitoring all of you. We are studying all of you. Ihonye batara. Mboge runu gamana obodo bu igwe. Manande no n'ime ya bụ iron. Open obodo bu igwe, ndị nọ n'ime obodo ahụ bụ iron. Unu ga-ama mgbe oge iru. Achi na mmadụ bụ ewu. So if you cannot choose your path properly now, benedictions do us and circular. May the Lord be with you. We are telling you now, you are jumping up and down. We are non-gun men. We are gun men. Oh, we are doing well in Akwa Ibom. Hey, yes, we are in Urugudo. We are doing all of them. Ono wondiera kirone. The next generation must stand up to this challenge, because they are turning you to a area boy already. They are not teaching you to become useful. They are not teaching you to become great inventor. They are not encouraging you to be the youngest professor around the world. They are not teaching you to change the next formula of mathematics. Be an inventor in terms of science and technology. They are turning you to criminal. Run out of your house, sleep in the bush. Some idiot in diaspora will be sending money. A whole Ohaneze Ndibo, sorry, a whole World Igbo Congress coming out to support criminality in broad daylight. We will see where we lead all of us to. Taking advantage of propaganda, rubbishing everybody, and all of you. Hey, it's okay. Hey, we are going home, and now the Kanu is jumping up and down. You will see the same coin you feel people in your very lifetime. You will see all this rubbish you have done. We will undo it. But you are not our concern. No, it's just that you have become a pendiment. Nnamdi Kanu is the only reason Biafra cannot be achieved at this moment. There are many people who have identified with Biafra nation already, making their contributions. But they don't want to be known. Why? Because the moment you come out, oh, we the Biafra nation, Nnamdi Kanu will pay people to begin to threaten you. And most of you are still afraid. We want you to develop. Don't worry. No, don't hear them. They are the saboteur. Up to the instance, if Ojukwu was alive, by now Nnamdi Kanu will call him saboteur. Onyohi. These things we cannot undermine. We will not overlook it. When I come up here now and start broadcasting so our people can know what's up, what is happening around our land, the next thing you see, go, you are a thief, Ibonyoshi. But Nnamdi Kanu is a shawo. Did I not publish his picture with his Fulani man friend? Criminal say, oh, we got to be mature. You don't get sense. What is the definition of maturity? That you conceal the truth and harbor evil? What is the true definition of maturity? That you see evil and you refuse to say it? Say no evil. Say no evil. And then you are looking for a nation. I will have to stop there. The next generation must be at alert, because the journey, we in fact, this is the time that we are going to redefine our land, our nature, our purpose, even as a people. And so we go to our topic this evening, which is simply titled, The Need for Us to Protect Our Own. The ultimate priority of any existing government structure should be to protect their people, which include life, property, integrity, among others. Don't let anybody deceive you. Any existing government structure anywhere in the world who is able to set their priority right in terms of raising of skills of reference must understand that to protect the life, the property, the integrity, everything about their people should be on their list of priority, ultimately. Because without this, well, what are you living for? When any organization is formed or instituted, from religion to tradition or any other platform, its ultimate purpose or goal or aim should be to enhance the life of the people, collectively as well as individually. When we are talking about protecting our own, at this time I am reducing it to our people. A lot of things are happening, and then we pretend it's okay, you're protecting your people. I can categorically tell you that since the day criminal Nnamdi Kanu said, I raised dragon flag, till today, over 20,000 Biafran youth has been killed secretly. You don't talk about them. Because they say, don't worry, don't worry. They now begin to make call and call. All those of you whose family member were killed in the name of Biafra agitation under IPOB, led by Nnamdi Kanu. Is it not phone call they call you? There is one Akwa Ibom woman, Chris Ekan. And then another Akwa Ibom man, Dr. Green. They are the one they are using now. Say that tomorrow they say, come and give account. All those people, Chris Ekan know the truth. But she don't want to answer saboteur. She's covering it. But you are not going anywhere. The earlier all of you begin to speak up the truth, the better. They will die for nothing. They will not be remembered. In most cases, we take risk. We bought land, buried those that were rejected. Some of you want to deposit dead body along the road and moved on. I don't know how you people think. And some of those menaces we try to claim. What do you people do in the end? You blackmail us. But yet, the next generation don't know. If you are a general who lead us out to war only to kill us by yourself, the moment the people know, you will be left alone in the battlefield. And I tell you, the arrows of the enemy will pierce you on all fronts. Adolf Hitler says, show a soldier you can die for them. They will be the one who will move ahead to that war battle and you die for them. And not on microphone. I'm giving you, don't obey lock order. Any lock order, you must resist it. Come and help us resist it now. Your mind is you can continue using the brain of the next generation when you are supposed to create atmosphere for our youth to be empowered, when we are supposed to systematically breed these children to become genuine human beings. You are reducing them to Fulani headsmen. You think the Fulani headsmen don't envy us? Forget about they have control over the political seat of Nigeria because of the influence of the colonial master. They wish they were us. That is why they having your sisters as a baby factory for them. What Yoruba, they know to have a higher breed of black, you need a Biafran woman. These are the knowledge you're supposed to inculcate in your people, and then we protect our own. What are you turning them to? Yappers and rubbish everywhere. Yeah, I told you, it's a south, it's a southeast, it's a godomi godo, it is orubodo burubo unyoshi. With all these things, will he give us what we want? Look at us degenerating mentally, and you can't see it. And then you are talking. You want us to respect you. And you're on the era. And so, like I was saying, if the ultimate priority is not to protect your own, brother and sister, I tell you, there is a problem. A very problem that this problem you are causing. And it's somewhere along the line you think you can maneuver it. Very soon, all of us will become unknown gunmen. Very soon, all of us will become Boko Haram. We told all of you. But whatever we must do, let's not forget the need to self-scale of reference. Very important. But in the absence of setting this scale of reference, I can assure you that everything you are doing is useless. Hey, we are Biafra, we do this one, we do this one. Everything you are doing now is useless. That I need to begin to debate. Sometimes we find ourselves in a confused state, a confused junction. But in the midst of this confusion, in the midst of this chaos, we create peace. We create tranquility. We create defined purpose, and then we move on with life. I want the next generation of Biafran to study what is going on and begin to consider their activities, because it is going to do a lot of things for them. Our own generation want to rubbish all of you. And if you follow the trend on social media and all around you, those of you in diaspora, most of your parents are lying to you. Those of you here in Biafra land, you need to use your tongue and count your teeth. If you allow them to mess you up, I tell you, those people who are coordinated already will chase you out of our land. You won't be there to defend it. But then the question goes to many people who claim they have your interest at heart. Let's begin to analyze some point where you know that we need to begin to shift our priority. Of course, as I'm making broadcast, Nana Kano will be making the correction. These are the things we want. We will control him, we will hit him hard until he starts doing the right thing. But he has betrayed the people of Biafra already. Innocent blood. Somewhere along the line, he will answer for it. In life or in death, one way he shall. Can we truly say that the Nigerian security architecture are fighting holistically for the overall interest of all Nigeria. These are the reasons why we must protect our own. Let's assume we are all Nigeria. But God forbid. According to my sister, he says it's a false allegation by my mother and my father. Are you in Nigeria? It's a false allegation laid upon me by my mother and my father. But let's assume that holistically we are all Nigerians. Now, with your knowledge about Nigeria, can you tell me holistically that the Nigerian security architecture protect all of us evenly? Let's tell ourselves the truth. You can't see any Awusa Fulani locked up in any police station in Nigeria. It's just a matter of phone call, order from above. Could the same thing be applicable to the Igbo man? Is the same thing applicable to the Ijaw man? Is this the same thing applicable to the Efik, Ibibio? Even the Yorubas have their own fair of share. I can assure you over 90% of police DPOs in Nigeria are all Yoruba people. If you want to know what I'm telling you, try and stay close to a checking point and watch Yoruba taxi drivers. You see, they are not harassed as they harass the normal Igbo driver, taxi driver. I'm not saying there is no injustice distributed to anyone. It is easy for Nigerian army, including our brothers in the military, to see us and shoot us aside. But yet, when they see Fulani committing crime, they take them to safety and save them. So who decide who live and who die here? When exactly are we going to stand up for the right of our people? When exactly are we going to stand up and say, you cannot detain these people? A lot of our youth will be brought down. And then Nnamdi Kanu will expose them. Because he's telling, giving you order, I tell you, give the order, kill everybody, shoot everybody. But he don't have a gun. But he can come and say, we have guns, don't worry about guns. Do you know our population? You counting us with Nigerian population figure, which is forged already, rigged by the British government from inception. It's unfortunate. So you talk about the security architecture of Nigeria. It doesn't care for all of us holistically. We have to bribe our way to port container. We bribe our way to marry. We bribe our way to live in our house. We bribe our way to drive our vehicle. We bribe our way to have access to life itself. This is not happening in other regions because the majority of them are backward. Does not mean we have to live like animals like them. We are asking Fulani Janjaweed, leave the forest, leave the forest. And now the Kanu now is sending you people, go into the bush, go into the bush. If you do not show interest to protect our own, you are the one rubbishing them. Exactly what African leaders, inclusive Nigerian leaders, do. They weaken the youth, they emasculate the next generation. So they can't be able to stand up and fight for progress, for development, for advancement. Their brain is programmed to beg chop money. You see you as a graduate, somebody who didn't go to school will give you gun to rig election for them, and you are doing that. That is because you are functioning from your subconscious mind. This is exactly what they want for you. It's amazing that Nnamdi Kanu at this stage is turning all of you to the same ridicule. As intelligent as you are, as exposed as you are, as knowledgeable as you are, as wealthy as you are. Somebody will tell you, yes, you don't worry, go and shoot them. We will take your children, and you are jumping up and down. What a wasted generation. I'm just asking you a historical question. Does the Nigerian security architecture holistically protect all of us at the same level? The answer is no. And so if Nigeria cannot give us this, who will give it to us? And how do you give it to us? By harassing us, intimidating us? Using people to attack and character assassinate, blackmail everybody? And then you heard it, Nnamdi Kanu say, holy, oh, holy, 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 Idioto Kanu is another Mungu, holy, 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 Idioto Kanu is another Mungu. In his mind, when he's doing all this, he's a wise man, using all of us to hit our head together. Number 2, can you tell me that the government and their policies are genuinely introduced for the benefit of all Nigerians? We are using Nigeria as a case study. All the policies Nigeria introduce, is it for the overall interest of the people? The answer is no. And sometimes I think if Alaja still was still functioning in its capacity, and then certain indigenous right is given to people from Alaja. And then I begin to wonder if the refineries in our land are functioning, and then they allow the a benefit of indigenous right or any other thing within those sets. So I am beginning to think if Petrochemical and Duruma, if Intel, among others, were given the right to employ more of the indigenous people than outsiders, non-indigenous, I want to begin to think there will be development everywhere. I want to believe if they allow the Anambra State people to exploit, drill the oil in Anambra State, and then they allow the Delta people to drill their oil, and then the Abia, the Enugu, everywhere in Biafra land, which we know we have oil, to begin to extract our oil. I want to begin to wonder if our life will be the same way it is. But no, they will not allow you to drill any oil within the southeast, except the one that they cannot avoid. Majority of the places like Ohajibuma in Imo State, Asai in Abia State, then Agoneri somewhere in Anambra State, just few locations to create the impression there is no oil there. Who told you there is no oil? But Nigerian policy is meant to weaken all of us. They turned us into buying and selling, and now it is on their expense. Now finally they want to turn us to Boko Haram, and they shall see the real Biafra Haram. Nnamdi Kanu may hijack unknown gunmen. He may claim there is a non-existing ESM. He may have some cultists and small boys. He gives money out of frustration, and then they jump up and down, ginger and swagger. Let me tell you, the real Biafra Haram is coming. Otu bochonye nwa gabiao oge munu vum nanyao ndi mehe unuge tiya kanobi. Otu bochi Biafra Haram gabia oge munu vum nanya ndi mehe unuge tiya kanobi neti lihe merongwem lihe merongwem lihe merongwem unuge tiya kanobi. We are saying it now. And he's just talking. He's just talking. Nikome, yakunyera jabofia. Bring it on. Don't worry. And so these things are no longer news. We understand it already. But if at the end of the day, Nigerian policies and others are meant to implement our people, emasculate our people, who will save them? Who will save them? Unknown government and ESM has killed more of their people without even a scratch on the enemy. And yet the gullible zombies are trying to, he has tried, he's our king, he has saved your day, he has the young Uche. You don't have sense. Pray this kulubalu you are causing, it will not escalate. We have seen things that will happen you are not ready for. May God have mercy on all of us. It's so fortunate. Can you genuinely tell me that the religion body or organization in Nigeria are program for the interest of a common man? The government does not have the interest to protect you in terms of policy or their security architecture. Even the religious leader. Look at Mbaka, who has frustrated IPOB struggle in our time. Today, to use IPOB for backup is hailing Nnamdi Kanu. We prayed, and Elohim said Buhari is the Messiah. And then they didn't give him contract. He now tell you, hey, Nanikan is my spiritual son. Do you think they have interest on you? Father Mbaka have companies of pure water. And he says, shame Enugu have been selling pure water, each sachet 20 naira for more than 20 years. It's a shame. Does it have you in your interest? I won't even go to Yoruba own. Because all of you are their Mugu. And they are your Maga. I'm talking about Biafran pastors now. Religiously, who protects our people? Aside the pastor of OPM, I continue to see it. The one they call Dr. Jesus. Which of these pastors in their denomination have your interest considered in any of their manifesto? None of them. I'm talking to the next generation. You can choose to be a fool for all of them. But the truth is that the day you will know how much they have rubbished you, you are going to react in such a way that it will spell doom for all of us. And now we are creating a platform for you to redeem yourself. Yourself and your fellas. We will do our part and keep a boundary to show you what we have done and where we stop. And hopefully, you'll be able to continue from there. And so in terms of the religion leader, which of them have planned for you? If I curse them, as I would say, hey, it's something there is, but your children cannot go to school built by your church. I have said it. Redeem have schools. 90% of our members, poor stinking members, cannot afford those schools. So your own Jesus school is in the shanty. To Mountain of Fire, to Deeper Life, to Winners Chapel, all the Yoruba church that have enslaved our people, we are supposed to liberate. But Nnamdi is putting them under more sheepishly hopeless mind slavery. We don't say to feel good or you like us. To hell with your likeness. Your love means nothing to me if you can't tell yourself and your people the truth. As a reverend, the general overseer of the Sanctuary of God Church, when I come to church and then I look at the number of children in my church, it's amazing. The number of children in my church is amazing. And in most cases, people call me children pastor. All the children will gather me, and then I have to come down to their level and then find out how they are doing. And it shocked me that almost 80% of those children can't go to school. Their parents cannot afford their bills. And I thought about it and said, no. There is a way this church can give back to its member what they have given. And I organize my members. That is how I started Juniper Academy. Within the church community and outside, I have almost 50% of the students on scholarship. Until I lost that school because of IPOB. And I know how devastated many families were. And so I didn't own a school because I want to have a school. I set up Juniper Academy because I want to help the less privileged. This is just a pastor of a mushroom church. And then you are buying private jet. How are you planning to protect the people? How will a Yoruba pastor make you, as Igbo man or Biafra man, to be stronger when you have been their nightmare, even from their mother's womb? But then you say, no, it's polygamy. Don't say that. Don't do it. But I'm not saying it, you. I didn't say anything, you. Emma Binu. I didn't say anything. Thunder, fire, all of honor. And there are people are here wallowing in misery, and then the Kanu is turning the few one with brain and conscience, he's turning them to Alamajiri, Igbo Alamajiri. It's unfortunate. And so even on the religious platform, in their manifesto, they don't have your interest. Sometimes they are ignorant. Sometimes they don't think it's okay. But the real politicians are playing your life out of you. If you can hardly barely defend yourself, are you telling me you are the one going to defend your children? Can you defend your wife? Are you telling me that our traditional institution represent the overall interest of our communities? Can you tell me that your king, your Igwe, represent the overall interest of your people? When I come up this night, I say there is need for us to protect our own. I'm not trying to lay emphasis on anybody. I'm not laying accusing finger on anybody. I'm asking us, sending out this historical question, let us be sincere to answer them. The Asaba of Asaba in Anyoma is having issue with most of his cabinet members. Most of them are older than even his father. And for one reason or the other, they will not come to in terms. And any dispute between him and any other king or high chief will be on the expense of the people. And so while we quarrel among ourselves, the Janjaweed, according to Nnamdi Kanu, will ravage everybody and then automatically controls all of us. Most of our community land sold to Fulani. Go and check it, or given to Fulani. Go and check it. Your king, your chief, or whoever give it to Fulani, gave it to them so they can have support from the Fulani who control the seat of power in Nigeria to undermine you. You come out now, you say, we will kill this family. You go and call one Fulani man and say, I beg, take this land, help me protect the remaining one. That is how they are acquiring our land. Today, the government pays their bill. And there is little to what you can do to them. But if we were taking care of them according to culture and tradition, the government has nothing to offer because we become the government and the government become us. And we pay their bills. Some of you even come out and insult your king because he will make go. Eh? But there are certain things that cannot misplace, not even by nature itself. That is why no matter the size of the ocean, it can never cross its boundary. No matter the pressure of any beach, it can never cross the boundary God has set for them. Forget about when they tell you Katarina, Josephina, or Totorina. All those things are people trying chemical weapon. They are running tests on different weapon, nuclear weapon. And when situations beyond their control come out, they give it name. Josephina, Katarina, Urubusina. They say nature is angry. You think God make mistake? Let's not digress further and move on. And then finally, the last question I would like to ask you is, if the people, or rather, if you're telling me that the current madness of IPOB member led by Nnamdi Kanu is in the interest of Biafran people, are you telling me the current madness you are seeing exhibited by Nnamdi Kanu and some zombies in IPOB? Look yourself very well. The really people are waking up and they are stepping back. Only the zombie. And I notice most of these new zombies don't even know anything about IPOB. They just join. They don't even know anything. Do your own madness before you do, and like 10 years like us, your eye go clear. Are you telling me it's for the interest of our people? In River State, everybody is crying. Postpone the coffee at 7 o'clock. Hungry will kill us. And the truth is that you work for 24 hours. You can't pay house rent and feed your family. Now they are cutting the 24 hours down to 16 hours or 10 hours. How are you going to take care of your family? Hey, unknown government. It's not a Nnamdi Kanu, but Nnamdi Kanu have hijacked everything because he want to prove to you he's a God. He's in charge of Biafra land. You have to do donation, contribution. That is all he want. But all these things they are doing is going down to one thing. Everybody put your eye on presidential election 2023. Nothing more, nothing less. We are waiting for them there. All of us will die. The government will still be there. And they will burn another. The government will still be there. Those people will still die. The government will still be there. Somebody said, you live once. No, we don't. That is a wrong mindset. We don't live once. Life now once. We just live once. No. We die once, but we continue to live. A true fulfilled life only die once. They continue to live. We continue to live. Because most of the things we are doing here today, I can tell you, our actions this day will be written on the sand of eternity. Our names will be on the lips of endless generation. For it will outlive even the pyramids of Egypt. So we don't die only once, but we continue to live. I do not even know who Alpha Nikoku is. He's dead, speaking orally, vocally, but he lives on in our mind. Anytime you hold 10 naira, you see that guy there. The Secretary General of the whole zoo, Nigeria, who would have been able to document most of these things. But they don't blow trumpet about his great exploit in the Nigerian state. I think he should be from Imo State. It depends on what you have done. And so I ask you a question. The last question for this evening. The madness of Nnamdi Kanu. Do you think he's going to lead us anywhere? He missed it all. But somewhere along the line, he thinks he can cajole all of us into stupidity. This, I can assure you, he doesn't have the power. If the people does not stand up for the truth and in sincerity, confront all this menace, it will cripple all of us in the end. I can assure you that. If we don't come out and defend our positions and tell ourselves the truth, the journey has just begun. The Yorubas, somehow I love them. They are systematically repairing their country. And then you are there, oh, Yoruba agitation, they move, oh, hey, all of them, they want be, hey, Yoruba nation, Oduduwa nation, hey. They are only hitting up the politics to get more percentage. Remember, our people are almost all our people who are saying, oh, Yoruba nation is doing well, Yoruba nation is expanding. Go and watch all of them. They are afraid to mention Biafra. And then I begin to ask such people like that. People like Tony Nadi, who want us to jettison the name Biafra. And all that group of pro-Biafran group. It becomes a shame on you when you recognize Oduduwa nation, you recognize Arewa nation, you recognize Middle Belt nation, you recognize Lower Niger and Upper Niger and Bottom Niger, and you jettison the name Biafra. It shows you are not very wise. We understand the need why those issues should be discussed. But it is not in the right or power of any man to decide for all of us. And if I will digress in a way to explain that further. Some people say, the Biafra is concocted by Portuguese. Who told you? They were Zamfara Empire during the time the Portuguese made the first, the second, the third map. Before the Europeans, the Romans all made their map. This very time and era, there were countries like the Zamfara Empire. There were countries like the Benin Empire. There were countries like the Zulu Empire. There were countries like the Biafran Empire. And then all these empires that exist side by side with Biafra. It's only Biafra, Portugal decide to concord. Nobody saying they concord Benin. Benin is a public. Nobody said they concord Zamfara. Zamfara is a foreign. Nobody said they concorded Zulu and the rest of them. Onya ragu burukutu or soto. He's only Biafra they concocted. It's evil name. It's people like a man. None the kind of people should put your anger on. Not further confusing our people from the truth. We've come of age, well informed, properly indoctrinated in the way of our life, and we will not bow down for anybody until the truth is proven. And what is the truth? We want freedom from emasculation, freedom from subjugation, freedom from oppression, freedom from the Nigerian state, Freedom from those who think they can bamboozle the next generation and walk away. Freedom for those who have interest on oil and the gas more than the life of the people. Because in the end, Biafra is our only hope. I'll be back in a minute. Don't forget that. We'll continue doing what we are doing because Biafra is our only hope.
Biafra is our only home. It is our only home. From the rising of the sun to the going of the same, we must fight till the end to restore our motherland. Oh, Biafra is our only home. Hope Biafra. We must always strive to do what we ought to do to restore Biafra back, hope of our children. Oh, Biafra is our only home, is our only hope, Biafra.
At this moment, our lines are open. And of course, if you are able to access the line, you call. If you are not able to access the studio line, my private WhatsApp are always open for those who have it. You can call in and make your contribution, as I may not be wasting much time on this very program. But the message hasn't been delivered. Every genuine Biafra must understand. We must protect our own. When we say protect our own, we have to protect everything that becomes important to us as a people. People have to defend Biafra nation in the last outpost. Our values cannot be rubbished by any criminal. And of course, the WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642 is the WhatsApp line to call. Is 070-815-45642. And then our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line. Like I said, our studio, my private WhatsApp is available for you. If you have access to it, you are free to call. And of course, if after now I will be signing off, but then the lines are open for you to make your contribution.
Biafran's Got Talent exclusive.
After this heavy rain, please let the sun rise.
Our lives are in danger, siblings and more that all day long we have been ruled by strangers. Give us Biafra. We are begging you, please.
There's nothing we can do without you. It's only you that will save my life.
Chico King and Biama, you are the one to give us Biafra. looking for the give me we need a better picture, a better future, a better future. The Lord. Freedom is what we want, nothing more, nothing less. We are tired of the zoo and your wickedness.
Yes, a caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me?
Yeah, good evening, George Onyibe.
Good evening from here.
All hail Biafra.
Almost hail Biafra. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, George Onyibe. My name is Ubakako. I'm calling all the way from Netherlands. George Onyibe. Now the situation is like this now, and this is happening in Biafra land. On no government doing their own, and now. So what is the next? What are we going to do now? What are we going to do in this period now? Because now the problem now is like they are bringing problem now to the east, and with this now there will be problem everywhere. So what are we going to do now?
Okay, if indeed you are calling sincerely to know what the problem is, I will give you a hint. Okay. Now we have unknown gunmen everywhere. It is not only in the southeast. But Nnamdi Kanu is trying to make it feel he's the one running the show. The governor of Akwa Ibom State made it clear that the unknown gunmen they arrested in Akwa Ibom were not even our people, being shielded by the Nigerian police. And now, number one, we have issue on our hand. And the issue is not knowing the nature of the enemy you are going to fight. That is number one problem. Now, the Bible or Apostle Paul made it clear to the people. He said, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. He mentioned the name. He said, we wrestle against principalities and power, wicked spirit in the heavenly places. Now, the position of Nnamdi Kanu has complicated the nature of battle we are fighting. If we go after these people now, and then we have to kill our Imo brother or Enugu brother or Anambra brother, when we are thinking that they are foreigner, do you think it's going to be fine? And then if we go now thinking we are fighting our brother and then we meet the Janjaweed, do you think we are very ready? Now, it's a complicated battle. But believe me, we are first of all studying the system. Let me explain something further. There are many members of the Biafra Nation Alliance family out there, but they can't come up because most of Nnamdi Kanu activity was actually introduced to set us up. But we know how he functions. Now, what we are going to do already is being done. That is why you are seeing this clemency, this calm environment. We are enjoying liberty. We don't know people who are bleeding for it. You think the Biafra de facto customary government are folding their hand and drinking wine and answering name? Brother, this journey is bigger than all of us. And I can tell you in the past 4-5 months and ongoing, a lot of things is going to be done. Go and ask Solomon Ebu. Nnamdi Kanu planted him in Biafra nation to set us up. Solomon Ebu was a seed of Nnamdi Kanu in our midst. Is it everything we are going to tell our people here? And then all of a sudden they jump on. He said they don't have plan. But where God caught him is that I decoded him immediately. I told every member of the committee, watch this man. We kept him quiet. So he don't even know our meeting. So my brother, what we are doing, some of them are not very good for all of us to hear. But like I will always say, look for the next family and join. And when we watch your activity, you have the interest of your people at heart for the genuine reason, we let you know what is up. But until then, we discover people have diverse need of even talking about Biafra. So don't think we are keeping quiet. You don't understand. Now they are taking advantage of our weakness to rubbish all of us. We can't allow this to happen. And there should be no sentiment in this matter. We are the ones sending our people to die. ESM, Ebubago, unknown government. It's our people that are being killed. And who is giving them this platform to do that? Who? Our own brother. And then how can we strike the enemy without striking our brother? And how can we ignore our brother and watch him rubbish all of us? You see, we have a complicated situation in our hand. But believe me, we are equal to the task. It's just a matter of time. And so let me stop it there before I begin to review things I'm not supposed to even say. Thank you.
So, George Onyibe, okay, you mean this unknown government is not part of Nnamdi Kanu, or they are on their own, or I don't get.
Yes, unknown gunmen are many. Nnamdi Kanu claim he's an unknown gunman. You always hear him bless them on radio. But Akwa Ibom State Governor was on air and told the world that unknown gunmen he arrested were not Igbo people. They were not Biafran people. They were Fulani Janjaweed. But Nnamdi Kanu and his zombies are still praying for them on social media. What does it tell you? If the governor of Akwa Ibom said the unknown gunmen they arrested are not even our people, and then Nnamdi Kanu is on radio praising them so he can raise money, contribution, donation for unknown gunmen, can you please explain to me the situation we find ourselves in a case like that? Unknown gunmen controlled by Nnamdi Kanu, I believe, should be Igbo people. But the governor of Akwa Ibom said these people are not even from this region. Now it is obvious that the unknown gunmen in Akwa Ibom is not Igbo people and it's not Akwa Ibom people. And so if they are not from our region, why is Nnamdi Kanu blessing them? I think you should be able to answer that yourself. Thank you.
Because I thought, oh, no problem. Thank you very much, George Onyibe. No problem. Wait till I can talk, okay?
You, my brother.
Okay, George Onyibe. Thank you very much.
Honestly, the issue is not to undermine anybody. It is not to rubbish anybody. It is to make our people understand the clear position where we are. Look at the brother that just called now. Because Nnamdi Kanu put up false impression. If we come out now, you say, oh, we are this one. You say, yes, I am the leader. Oh, we are fighting Nigerian protest. Oh, NSAS, I am the leader of angry Nigerian youth. Now we don't even know who we are fighting. Nobody is invincible. This is one truth I learned from my father. He called me one day and said, son, let me tell you, nobody is invincible. Only God. He said, when you fight the government, this is what you should expect. He said, the government does not react immediately. They will come close to you and put a chain on your waist. They padlock you, secure you very well and keep you quiet. And then they monitor you. The day they will need you, they will bring you back. I'm coming, let me take this call. Yes, caller on WhatsApp.
Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Good evening from here.
Good evening from here.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I have been listening to you for almost how many minutes? So I have some things to ask you. You said about Mbaka. So you said about Mbaka. Something about Mbaka. So I'm trying to say, should we condemn Mbaka or should we allow him?
That is a good question. You see, before I answer the question, a woman was caught in the act of adultery, and they brought the woman to Jesus Christ. And then they told Jesus Christ the same question you are asking me. This woman is caught in the act of adultery, and according to the law of Moses, he said we should stone her to death. And now, what do you say, Rabbi? This is exactly the same question you are asking me. And Jesus said to them, any of you without a sin should cast the first stone. And all of them left. And now, if I want to narrate it, Jesus automatically violated the law of Moses. But he did not, because he chose to perceive and ignore them. But the woman was supposed to die under the law of Moses. But Jesus, on the other hand, is a savior, and so nobody should die for their sin anymore according to the church doctrine. Now you are asking me, do we condemn Mbaka or do we support him? My brother, when Mbaka was praising Buhari, what was your position?
No.
I want to answer you.
I never said we should support him. I said, listen to my question again.
Okay.
Should we condemn Mbaka or should we leave him?
No. Mbaka, we should ignore Mbaka and watch him. There is so much we can learn from them. Let's not condemn him. I didn't condemn him.
My second question.
Go ahead, please.
Should I go on?
Go on.
My second question is that how did Nnamdi Kanu hijack the unknown men?
Have you listened to his broadcast before?
Yeah, I've listened to
And
him
you have heard
because
him
why
bless.
he's praising those
Hold on.
people is because the police have been killing our people innocently
Police have
without
been
doing
killing our
anything.
people. Now, the police killing our people now and unknown gunmen. Have you heard unknown gunmen kill Fulani headsmen? Have you heard the history?
The unknown government have only been attacking the security house.
The security, who are they now? All of them are Igbo people now. Have you not heard all of them are Igbo people? Unknown gunmen come and start killing only Igbo people. They kill army Igbo, they kill police Igbo, they kill civilian Igbo, and we are praising them.
Okay. Should I ask you, what about the army that have been killing innocent people? Are the people killing the innocent civilians? Are they not able to?
That is the problem. Hausa, Fulani, Yoruba, Janjaweed are killing us indiscriminately in the name of Nigerian police, army, or navy. And then unknown gunmen come and start killing the same people in the name of whatever. And you want us to keep quiet? I think the unknown gunmen become more dangerous than the Janjaweed police because this identified enemy already. How do you fight the enemy you know nothing about?
Where your question is lying now, sir. Where your question is lying now is that we should not kill, we should not revenge. We should allow them to be killing us.
But
right?
you are not the one revenging now. You the one revenging. You don't even know them. They are unknown. So how could you indict all of us by saying we are the one revenging? Are you telling me Biafran people are the one killing police?
I just asked a question, sir.
No, your question is indicting us now.
Should we allow the police and the army to be killing us without revenging?
Should we allow police to be killing us? So are you the one revenging?
Yeah.
Are we the one revenging now? Is it our people that are the unknown gunmen? Because what you're trying to bring now is that, hold on, what your point you're trying to make now is, and so how can somebody begin to kill us and say he's saving us? Is it not obvious something is not right somewhere?
I have listened to what you say.
You don't know. Hold on now. You don't know the unknown gunmen, and they are here to defend us. How can they save us?
The live news he made with the AIT news.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead. I'm with you.
He said that because the South governors have a meeting in Asaba, but he said that while with the South governors have a meeting without a Fulani man in their midst. What do you have to say about that?
Now, understand, everybody get their mouth. Anything they like, they use and say. Shebi, he said something, but the meeting has been held, organized, and conclusion has been reached. Let him come and retrieve the decision taken by those governors now. They may have the privilege or power to behave like a scarlet one in a time like this. But the point online is, and understand, this is how they play their politics. When somebody talk, then the next person will respond through the same press communique. They are not saying it for themselves. They are saying it to pass a point. The Fulani want to show you they are the owner of Nigeria, so they can yap and say any rubbish they like. After all, did they not give Igbo people quick notice? Are Igbo people not still living there? So because one idiot come out and talk rubbish, does it mean he has changed the decision of our people? No, those shouldn't be of any concern to us. Our ultimate priority now is to get our people together. Form one impenetrable unit, creating an atmosphere where we can speak with one voice. And let's see who can stop us here. But the activity of Nnamdi Kanu in time past has always been to scatter us. Look at Biafra agitation is almost becoming Igbo agitation.
Yeah, sir.
So what are we not saying?
I'm coming to that. He said that most of the activities of Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes.
Can you tell us the activities, sir?
It depends on the one you want to know. They are too numerous, or you go back to my previous broadcast. Go back to my YouTube. You will get all of them.
No,
I said they are numerous, and I have analyzed them. No, now I am sending you. Listen. If you cannot get to my YouTube, then forget about it. If you don't want to reason like human being, I cut you off. You ask a question, I'm directing you to my YouTube. Are you afraid to go to YouTube? I've been broadcasting almost 7 years. I have been broadcasting almost 7 years. And my works are documented. Then you go there now, your pastor tell you to go home and read some chapter in the Bible. You are there telling your pastor to tell you immediately. Are you the pastor?
Okay.
Are you the pastor?
Okay. Another question. Another question, sir. Please don't be offended.
I am not offended.
Most of the Igbos are condemning Nnamdi Kanu, and most of the Igbo love him. And what I'm asking is that should Nnamdi Kanu be our problem now, or should we?
But is our problem now? Is our problem now?
Find a way.
Is our problem now? We were planning to go and organize protest in Anambra as people who still stand on Biafra agitation. Now they cannot send some boys to rob bank and mount to Biafran flag. Is that not hindering on the activities of Biafra in Nigeria? Can you tell me anybody can come out now and talk about Biafra without being shot as unknown gunmen? So who is our real problem? When they shoot you, they say you people are the unknown gunmen. But these things were not happening before, because from every indication, the world understand that then we were peaceful agitators. Today, are you still peaceful agitator, or you are in armed struggle? How long? See,
sorry, sir, to cut you off. Sorry to cut you off, sir. I'm sorry. You said that we have been peaceful agitator for how long?
My brother, for how long has Somalia been fighting war?
You said, come again.
For how long has Somalia been fighting war?
Somalia.
How long?
So Somalians and our own fighting are different.
What is the difference? Because we are getting there closely. Nnamdi Kanu said Somalia will be better than us, and we are getting closer there. So what makes it different?
No, sir, you asked a question. I'm answering you.
Now,
Somalians and our fight is different.
What is the difference?
Yeah, we are fighting for freedom. We are fighting for a country. Yeah. Somalians are not fighting for a country.
What are they fighting for?
So my question goes this way.
But you have not answered me. What are Somalia fighting for? And how many years? My brother, nobody choose him. Nobody choose him. Who is the people? Nobody choose him. I was the African rep in IPOB before now. The highest ranking officer. Yes, is it your father that choose him? I was the highest ranking officer of IPOB in Africa. The highest, if we have to go through the level of ranking. So who choose him now? Who choose him?
Because
he's a leader of IPOB Limited. If he say nobody choose him, he's not controlling anybody. Why is he not controlling me now? He control only Zumbi. The people we encourage to support him. Only Zumbi. I wonder why your profile picture is not within Nnamdi Kanu. Go and change it to Nnamdi Kanu. I think you are not very serious. You call back in next program. You say, how did they choose him? Who choose him? Who is he controlling? He don't even have IPOB in Afari Beku. And you're in your mind, he's controlling. Who is he controlling? I give you order. I wire you order. You are this one, you are that one. When you come to my platform, be serious. You don't come here and joke with me. Any question any of you want to ask, we already have the answer ready for all of you. And of course, I'm joined by my daddy in the Lord. If you can hear me, Master BD, good evening, sir, from here.
Yeah, good evening, my Reverend. I have given up because this boy returns on your program every day. Honestly speaking,
he's a recruit.
I don't know. I do not. I have to tell you this openly. I don't know what we're going to gain from all his questions instead of talking to the people to understand what's on ground. He doesn't understand nothing. That's why whenever you open up this radio, he comes in and he will be telling you, I'm sorry, I'm this and that, and I'm doing that. Please, sir, don't be offended. Who told him that you're offended? And he will hold up the airtime. He does not go to their program to ask silly questions. He doesn't go there. Recall that you are the global administrator of this struggle. So if you cannot appease every lunatic, your job is to teach him, and if he doesn't want to get him out of the way. Because I'm not sure where he called from. I'm not sure where he's called from.
He's calling
because he should have been
from Biafra land, and some of them are sent to, whine him, twist him. But at this time, there is nothing to lose, only to secure. Is it pride or integrity? Is it honor or fame? Is it bank account? Which of them are we actually bleeding for? And so it's too late for all of them. The only thing that we represent now is to recover all that is left of us. If I be patient with them and let them exhibit their stupidity, it's for it to be on record. They are not normal human beings. Of course, being.
Our radio should not be helping them with their stupidity.
That is correct.
This program is designated to let our people know what's going on. And honestly speaking, that's what it is for. No amount of intimidation, no amount of hostility or, blackmail, will stop this radio. That's obvious. I mean, we can take away from these stands, because these fools that don't understand what is at stake here think that they are fighting for freedom. But before I go, let me say hello to all Biafrans who are listening. Okay. This is your brother Obidio Bienu, and whatever I say here, I don't take it back because I'm sure of what I'm saying. So if you want to understand it, listen up. If not, continue to endanger your lives, especially the one that you say called from Nigeria. I know they can make up numbers, my reverend. He may have made up number because he sounds like one guy that calls from Ukraine or Russia, that follows around everywhere he hears the Biafra Human Rights Radio. He will jump in and start asking questions, and he will come in a very subtle way. So he may not even be in Biafra land. Of course, you know that, my brother. You know how to change numbers. Now, if he's in Biafra land, let him continue. One of these days, if he keeps calling this radio and calling himself disrupting this radio, he is going to meet what he's looking for. But then, I wanted to come in on the issue because as serious as this problem, a lot of them don't know how serious it is. I'm glad that Nazim called this guy out. We now found that most of the people who are in Europe and everything are just gallivanting for their papers. They want to with IPOB just to get their papers at the expense of their people's lives. So that's what is happening. You just said that this evening that the governor of Cross River State arrested some people who claim that the unknown government found out they are not even from the region. And any right-thinking human being will understand that this issue of unknown government is nothing else but an entrapment for these people to have a full-blown incursion in our land. So anybody that is hailing the government or something like that, you are doing that at your own peril, especially people at home. Criminal that is telling your non-government, praying for them, is there collecting money. He's just claiming every crime. Today he's in Wari and Nupe area. Now we're not fighting for Biafra again. It's now all over everywhere. Southern Kaduna, he's the one empowering them. Yoruba, he's the one empowering them. Nupe and Wari, he's the one empowering them. Benue, he's the one and the Kano. If it's not for one and the Kano, they will. If it's not for his agitation, nobody will wake up. The governor's meeting in Asaba yesterday, if it wasn't for Nnamdi Kanu, nobody will eat. Everything is centered on him. And I have continued to ask people to just go to your system and look up what is called narcissistic personality disorder and see if anything can be taken away from the behavior that this clown is displaying. And I don't understand why people cannot understand it. Now, every day, he collects money from you in the room to go and fight in. He collects money from you in the name of keeping the ESN equipped and the unknown and equipped. But he comes to the radio and tell you that he's letting the world know. He's letting the United States know. He's letting Europe know. He's letting everybody that Africans are animals, that they cannot reason. This is freedom. The kind of freedom that we have embarked on. Why are you letting them know? I thought you said you want to pull down everybody. You're going to fight everybody, including the United States. You fight. And Elohim is with you. So why are you calling on them? Do you know, for yesterday, somebody shared a number for me. The same methodology that was used how many years ago, almost 8 years ago, called Joe Biden, let him know that we are dying. They are killing us. So after you incite violence, then you send out a number for people to Biden. The next few weeks, you have to embark on a fasting. They are not fasting, and for freedom. And they are calling on our Fulanis to come in your land. They're going to die. Sickening. Sickening. And people are listening to that trash. People are believing this nonsense. Unknown government. They are killing the police now because police are killing the Biafrans. What happens to the people that send the police? What happens to them? I thought that those are the first people that needs to be taken care of. The poor vigilante people in Ozoblo, they are now rationalizing their killing. I thought you would be looking for the people that created insecurity in the first place in the land. Because I don't quite understand the whole thing. I'm still here giving their money in support of this lunatism. People are still supporting this foolishness. And our land is near incursion by the terrorist Nigerian government. Because they're looking for an excuse. Everything now, insecurity in the southeast. They have left the Boko Haram issue. They have left the Sambisa forest. They have left the issue they're having in Niger State or whatever they call it. They have left in Benue. Now, the entire insecurity in Nigeria, the problem is in the southeast. Because of one man's foolish agenda. And here we're talking and we're answering questions. I beg you, sir, don't be offended. Are we going to support Mbaka? Are we going to castigate Mbaka? Mbaka, did he tell you he doesn't know what he's doing? He tell you he doesn't know what he's doing. He's now being the kind of father. I'm an iron in Mbaka. But he watched. He said he doesn't know none the kind of, but anybody that knows him, God bless him. God bless him. He said he doesn't know him. But I recall this man about 7 years ago saying and warning IPOB that whatever they're doing is not right. And he was even saying that if they want to do freedom, they acquiesce them. All these big men should come out if they want to do Biafra, so that everybody will come out. And yet he doesn't know Nandekano. Because of among the men or whatever they are scared of. Let him continue. Let him continue. Give him a gift to help the people, but they're using that gift in a wrong way. No wonder there's so much evil in the world. Because people that are giving gifts, and they turn it around and it becomes an opportunity for them to deceive a host number of people. My Reverend, I don't know how else we can put out this message. We have continued to call people to volunteer. There's a call for us to form a customary government. We can't get it wrong. And this government is now being formed to go and start fighting Abuja. We don't have time for that. Our people must get together. People must speak in one voice. And we are asking you, make yourself available. Stop hoping on one person to go bring Biafra for you. He cannot do that. He's not qualified. He's not able. He's a historian, a more or less a psychiatric historian now. All we got to do is to come together. No one can be left behind. Nobody leaves this job for one another. Take example from the Yorubas that you have been saying that they are cowards. Take example from them and put ourselves together. All these people that call themselves politicians in our land that refuses to do the right thing. And now, see where we are now. Even the meeting they had yesterday, and our booking is challenging them. Who gave them impetus to have a meeting? Can you imagine that? So I'm telling them, when they had the meeting, did they invite any Fulani? How can they have a meeting without Fulani? Can you imagine this kind of insult? And here we are talking about restructuring and devolution of power. People need to wake up. People need to rise better than where they are laying down from, including all these so-called governors. It's so shameful that you guys are allowing yourself to be used to subdue a lot of people in our area. It's so horrible. It's so shameful. It's so disgraceful that you guys are walking around calling yourself men, but none of you can give out that a man can give. It's now telling you guys that you can't have a meeting. And they are freely having their meetings. They can even travel as far as from the north to the United States. We saw that in 2014 or 15, when the 19 governors came to the United States to have a meeting. And you guys cannot meet. And before you finish meeting, some idiot somewhere is running their mouth. And is this boo-boo that they are putting in our mouth not enough? If you don't know what to do, ask questions. We have said it before. We are here to support, to help you out of this, whatever you entangle yourself in. Hello? What's that noise, for God's sake? So, oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't understand what he's saying. So, we are here to get yourself out of this, that the that you cannot look around and see what you're doing wrong. And this is the dilemma you and nothing else. And that's why people don't understand what's going on. My Reverend, I will stand back and allow other people to make their contribution. I just want to tell Biafrans, we must stay consistent in what we're doing. We must be truthful to one another. And more importantly, we must humble ourselves. We will go. There's no way we can continue with that contraption. It's a terrorist state. It's proving that it's a terrorist state, that I know what is fueling them. I know what is fueling them. That very soon will come to an end. Thank you very much, my brother. Keep up.
Thank you very much, sir, for joining me this evening. And of course, the truth cannot be overemphasized. Sometimes we respond to people like that, not because we don't know where they are coming from, or neither where they are going to. But let's just see what we can learn from them. And so our people must be guided and remain true to themselves. Nobody deceives anybody here. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from?
Okay, my name is Frank. I'm calling from the Finance. Okay.
Go ahead, please.
Okay. Now, I have been listening to and I just want to this Biafran, the federal government right now. What is their plan? What is the plan to get the better Biafra right now?
You want to be a member there, or you want to know their plan?
Yeah, I want to know where like how like in Biafra here right now. What they are making here right now? Like what is where they are gathering and all those things, so that we can know how to. You don't need to tackle Nandi Carlo, using it as a program every time. So let's organize.
Brother,
you can be fighting there. You can be fighting.
Hold on. This is where you people make mistake. You are not in the position to tell me what to do. For 10 years in Nandi Carlo, I say you are not in the position to tell me that. For 10 years, Nnamdi Kanu castigated Chief Raphael Owazurike. He castigated Nyangodu. It was not an issue to any of you then. And now it's barely 4 months I started broadcast, and you are telling me who to talk to. No, that is not life. This is not life.
If you're in a family now, if you're in a family of 4 boys,
advise me, I will not take that
all
from
of you. Cannot believe
that is your problem. You don't tell me how to feel. My life is not your life, and your life is not my life. But somehow all of us are connected. Now they can use the money we contribute to raise up, recruit, causing nuisance on the social media, destabilizing everybody. And you are telling me, this is not the, if the day now they cannot repent is the day I stop talking about him. He's going back to his old brokers now. We will follow him bomber to bomber until he feels the pain he has caused other people, or he repents. So if you are not here to talk like human being, don't call here. You heard Umazubidi tell you this place is for human being. That is why it's called Biafra Human Rights Radio. Call on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening from here. Onyibe, I greet you. My fellow Biafrans, I greet all of you. Onyibe, please, what I want to ask is that it's barely 4 or 6 months that you started. But since then, it's all about Nandi.
But that is how it's supposed to be. It's going to go like that 10 years. If that is what you call to tell me, not the plight of our people, I will cut you off. It's going to last for 10 years.
Only they move forward.
No, we are not moving forward. Nnamdi Kanu is the problem. Nnamdi Kanu is the reason why we are here. Nnamdi Kanu is the problem. He is the Janja weed in Biafra land. He's going to hear this gospel for 10 years. That is where your problem lies. I'm the owner of this mic. Caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello, good evening, brother George Onyibe.
Good evening, my brother. Go ahead, please.
Yes, good evening, Biafrans all over the world. My name is Nkemjika. Nkemjika still remain the River State coordinator. I'm still surprised. I'm still surprised that many people don't know why we are here. It's very obvious. It's very obvious that people don't know why.
No, all those people are recruits. They are part of the menace that is plaguing our people. Nnamdi Kanu is the one who sent them. Nnamdi Kanu come out and say, look at Nwike, he's a Tambua boyfriend. But Nnamdi Kanu and his Fulani, all these things, what he does is what he blame other people for doing. Nnamdi Kanu have 10 years of broadcast. Either in this platform or any other platform. For 10 years, we will analyze Nnamdi Kanu. Let's see if he would survive it. Get ready. Because with the level he have damaged this agitation, even in 100 years' time, Biafra is not coming.
I only need to listen to them 30 seconds. It's even too much. In 20 seconds of their response, of their speech, I know them. I know where they belong. You know? I know them because they don't reason like people who, you know, have suffered by a single man on unguided comments. Today, I am in River State, in Port Harcourt to be precise. I know what we are passing through. I know what we are passing through today. The governor is demolishing some part of the state. In addition to, you know, a situation of no business activity moving on. And you know our people are into businesses. The Igbos, the Biafrans are not people who stay at home and earn house money from rent. We don't depend on rentage. We go out and hustle. And one man's comment, one man's ideology has kept us, you know, where we don't want to be. People don't know that we are here. You can call this group anti-Nnamdi group. It is not for Nnamdi because he has the wrong ideology. And we are here to sanitize that ideology. Simple as short. You can't come here and be telling me, how can we come together with Nnamdi Kanu? This is not why we are here. There's no duplicate in life. Life has no duplicate. When a life is taken, it's taken. Even if you like. I mean, give the whole world to the rest of the people. It makes no meaning to the dead. Because the person that has lost his life has lost his life. And we continue to lose our life even in this century again. This is obvious. I don't know how to tell them that we are destroying the already established 40 building by Nnamdi Kanu. Simple. We're here to dismantle it. Dismantle it. Because you cannot disagree with anybody on the Facebook. The next thing becomes insult. The next thing you hear, insult, foolishness, janjaweed, blah, 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 blah. If you are here with me, I'll kill you. Is that how to have a dialogue?
They have started threatening our people now. On the 31st of May, if we see you outside, we will kill you, we will finish you. That is what Nnamdi Kanu is telling them. He wants to remember supposedly those that died for this struggle. He is threatening those alive that he's going to kill them. And idiots are comfortable. Zombies are comfortable.
Funny. You are telling me that you want to honor the dead. You don't have respect for the dead. Meanwhile, you want to kill dead, to cancel dead. What's the sense? Are you okay? You are telling me that you want to honor some people that died, and if I make any mistake, you take my own life. Then who honors my own life? I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. You want to be a hero that has never made any positive impact after over 8 years. A hero that all we know is pride. The largest mass movement in the whole world. Is that what we have been talking about? Is that what we are here for? All your vomit, all your comments, you are licking them back. You are taking them back. You said if you don't get Biafra so and so, God didn't call you. Then God didn't call you. It's 2021. You told us 2019, 2020. It is 2021. So God didn't call you. Who is still with you? Who is the man that is still with this man? After all he said, tell me one thing he said that he has achieved. One. You are going to kill Wike. The governor is still alive. Oh, I don't know if he has forgotten. You kill Obiano, but Obiano gave you a jeep. You are enjoying. You kill they that kill our people on the 30th. Call the army. They brought army. Blah 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 blah. They brought army. They is alive today. So what is all this your threat? You just have empty threat. You have empty threat. Empty. Which means you cannot even protect me. If I see an army now, an army man now, I beat him, I kill him, the army, I'm on my own. Just by following your foolish comments. By following your foolish comments, many of our people have died. You tell them during NSAS, if you see any police motor, destroy. If you see that, even Dangote truck, destroy. What has Dangote to do with NSAS? What has police vehicle parked government property?
Do you know because of that NSAS is one of the reasons why cement rose from 2007 to 4005? It is because of that NSAS that was the period cement rose from 2,700 to 4,500, and maybe some area 4,000 naira.
How on earth would someone not see that this man leadership is futile? It has no. I don't know the grammar to use here. It's unproductive. His leadership is totally no result. Pain. That's all. Pain. You want to honor. Your own is just to honor them. Anyhow, you want to, even if all of us will die. You are honoring the dead. Are you reasonable? Like, you open your mouth. You need 100 heads, 2,000 heads to bury one man. And you tell me you honor dead, you respect the dead, you value life. But you want 2,000 to go for somebody. This is unnecessary, unguarded comment that are not supposed to come from a leader. What else can someone not see? That this is not the way to achieve any reasonable thing. I am an Igbo man. And you come to tell me that the Igbos are cursed. How do I follow you on earth? How? When you go out anywhere in this part of the world and I'm from Igbo. You see that feeling, and someone will come and tell me that this Igbo that I am born, that I met, is cursed, and someone is clapping for him. Igbo is cursed. A black man is the most foolish human being on earth, and I'm clapping for him. Black man is now the most useless human being on earth. And I will clap for this person. I will follow this particular person. This same person is a black, but he didn't count himself as a foolish man on earth. He didn't add himself as the most.
He's not a black again. He's bleaching. He's no longer black. And now the Kano is Africa Michael Jackson. Afari Beku Michael Jackson.
Open your mouth and you say Igbo is cursed. But your father is a traditional ruler in Igbo land. Which means your father is cursed. Which means you are cursed also. But all these things you are saying, you only exclude one person, which is you. The only person that is not guilty of all these wrong things. It's just you.
His children are cursed, his wife is cursed, in-law, all of them are cursed.
Where are we What is all this? What is all this? How can someone not understand that we are disassociating ourselves from this man? From this man. Today in River State where I reside, you dare not open your mouth and mention IPOB. In fact, there seems to be that hatred now, burning, developing against the Igbo. In River State,
those of them in diaspora don't know. And we are trying to inform them the danger, the impending doom in the action of that Skalewa Kolona and the Kano. And of course, you on WhatsApp, I know where you are coming from. Don't cut up, hold on. After this caller, will bring you in so you can free yourself.
How would an average Ikure man see you, Igbo man, that your brother said he will kill Wike? How would that average Igbo man, average Ikure man, how would an average Ikure man view you, Igbo, that your leader, who you want to believe, or you seem to believe in, open his mouth on broadcast that anybody that kills Wike, I will give you this. How would that person look at you? That man, you are living in his land. That man, that Ikure man that gave you forever, gave you land, and you want to live happily in that land. And this person that made this comment don't care about the life of these people. Today, if you mention, of course, the Obibo people know what they saw. Yeah. Obibo people know what. No, in fact, there will be a point when, if you are caught, your phone will be accessed. They want to access your phone. So this is where we are. This is where we are, and we don't want to remain here. That's simple. There's nothing. I'm looking for that good thing about this man. The whole thing is just upside down. Upside down. You say Ejoku Bondo, life, truth is life. But all your comments are just lies. Lies, according to Mazuchi before. Lies. You tell lies like more than devil. You tell lies. You wrote a letter to Joe Biden. I didn't include in your letter. Jibril is the one ruling Biafra or ruling Nigeria. He didn't include that. You wrote a letter to Biden. Well, good letter. Referring to Muhammad Buhari. So what about your Jibril? Why not you write that letter and tell the president of the United States that the Jibril is the person ruling Nigeria, or your whatever you call it? Lies. And you want to tell me that you are standing on the truth? Everything you say here is truth. But after a short period, after close to election, you begin to tell us go and vote. It has been time, still delivered. None of them have cared to ask this man, where is the delivered? Where is the field? It is dead. It is dead. The issue is dead. Lies and lies and lies and lies. So when you hear them, you know where they belong, and you just drop them aside because they are not with us. If we keep following them, which means we are happy over this our loss, the life we lose in this part of the world. We are happy over it. If I see you following Kano, I see you like a killer. I see you like someone who loves the death of his people, who loves the death of his people. You're happy when your people are dying unnecessarily. Tomorrow, military are willing to come and do anything for you. You set up ESN. You know this will be the result, but you don't care. After all, when they kill us, we put it on video for the world to see. Are you using human life to sacrifice what you want to achieve? That is fitness. Well, let me allow you to pick other callers. Big calls from other callers. Thank you. We are here already. We can't go back. We're already here. We have decided to make that sacrifices, and we have to. Whatever it takes, we must do it. At least for one soul in Nigeria. At least for one soul. If all I'm calling, all my comments can regenerate one man, change the mentality of one person, I think I've been successful. If my calls every night on this radio can give life, can change the mentality of one Nnamdi Kanu's follower, one only, I think I have achieved something in my life. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you, my brother Njeka. That is the administrator in charge of Rivers State under the Biafra Nations Alliance. And I must tell you, Nnamdi Kanu broadcast is 10 years before we consider it. So you get used to it. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there?
Yes, I can hear you.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good evening, Mazoni.
Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah. I am you from South Africa.
I didn't get your name well, please.
I hear you.
Go ahead.
I hear you.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Please, with all due respect, I'm calling back because of the statement he made to one of the callers.
Yes.
Because I thought all of us could come together and respond there.
But you as a follower of Nnamdi Kanu, why are you not cautioning in Nnamdi Kanu? You people have not changed the name of Douglas Road to Ikonso Road. And Ikonso children are crying and hungry already. This advice, take it on Nnamdi Kanu. Look at them. He just gathered some of them. Call Onyibe this night. Distract him. That is one of them. Ikonso is dead. He ended up in profile picture. Gone so soon. He survived by 2 children and 1 wife. He was killed by Nigerian military. Go and get his dead body and get out of my platform. Nnamdi Kanu is the one teaching us what we are doing. And we are doing it properly. So if you are calling here to tell me rubbish and advise me, you are not in the position. Go and advise Nnamdi Kanu. He know where he climbed the tree. Let him come down from there. You that is with Ikonso profile, if you are listening to the radio, I don't want to pick your call. All of you are the same. And if you call me, you start talking rubbish, telling me to leave Nnamdi Kanu. I see you as one of the moron. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp?
Good evening.
Good evening from
Good evening,
here.
Good evening.
Good evening, my brother. Go ahead, please.
I was listening to the previous caller. When he said he was asking about the unknown gunmen, and you corrected him to say a private state governor caught some of the unknown gunmen, and they turned out to be Sudanese, if I heard you very well.
That is correct. I played the audio in my last broadcast. They are not even from this region. They handed them over to the police. The police in turn let them go with 18 AK-47. According to his word, the essence of issuing that press communique as of yesterday is to ask for the immediate deployment of that police commissioner in Akwa Ibom. But when Nnamdi Kanu can say, oh, in fact, Nnamdi Kanu zombies are writing that our known government are doing well in Akwa Ibom. And Akwa Ibom people know the truth because according to the governor, they have the video clip of those people. But Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the unknown gunmen. Unknown gunmen that have killed only Igbo civilian and Igbo security personnel. Go ahead, please.
So I want to refer you to a particular video I saw online. There was one particular, I'm sure it went viral, everybody saw it. I'm sure you too as well saw it. I think that video was shot at Enugu roundabout when someone was videoing the unknown government. They were tying red and carrying guns and stuff like that. The video went viral. I think around about to keep going around or something.
No.
They were taking cars.
No.
Do you remember that video?
Yes, I know that video. Those ones look like Igbo boys. They look like Igbo boys. I believe that is what you want to hear. Those ones are Igbo boys, yes. So they broke Igbo
Igbo boys,
prison.
yes. So now,
they
are
now
you
break
saying that
Igbo prison. They now kill Igbo people. Or did they kill Fulani? Those Igbo ones you recognize now, did they kill Fulani?
No, I'm not talking about
okay, I want to be clear on my
conspiracy. Yeah, I understand what I'm saying is that the conspiracy between the two, because I want to disagree that unknown gunmen are not Fulani men.
Unknown gunmen has been compromised depending on where they are coming from. And now it only creates platform for anybody to come and mess up our community, and then they say it's unknown government. And now the painful aspect is that Nnamdi Kanu is sitting one side trying to prove that he's the controller of the unknown government so that people will think he's anybody.
What of Okonso and his gang?
Now understand, Okonso is just a volunteer. And in the volunteer, some of them are misguided. They tell them to go and do many rubbish, which they go to. Most of them who resisted are under Nnamdi Kanu point and kill list. Go and ask China Sanwo-Olu. There is a boy or a volunteer in Iguacha called Onyibe. The bull's eye, China Sanwo-Olu, the El Mustafa of Biafra land, has marked him out for killing. Because I said it on this radio. That is why that guy is still alive. Then there is another one who is the River State CSO. He is still going to be killed because he talked about Amadioha in his church. And so when Nnamdi Kanu send you to do rubbish, you refuse to compromise with him, you become a saboteur, and if care is not taken, you are dead man. So if you say what of Okonso, does it mean most of us were not ready to go to any land to defend our land? Yes, many are. But now he's the one pointing who lives and who die. Don't you get the point there? I just mentioned two people for now who have served in Nnamdi Kanu and would have died like Okonso. Where is Ojukwu? Do you know who is Ojukwu? My master, my leader, my teacher. As I'm talking to you, that guy is still hiding. Ask China Sanwo-Olu what they wanted to do to him. They used them, set them up, and killed them. Where is John Chukwuma? Can they tell us the issue of the Ebonyi State guy? They sent on a dirty mission errand and abandoned the guy. I talked to the father. Because of it, almost 47 deltas are only God knows if they are alive today. Without Kowara, the time to expose all those evil is coming. Do I begin to call names of people who they have set up and called saboteur here because they refuse to do Nnamdi Kanu dirty's job? We will get there, don't worry. Just make your contribution. Let's move on.
What I'm saying is that now the damage has been done greatly, especially on the Igbo land.
Nnamdi Kanu will repent. He shall have to repent. We can begin to repair the damage.
He seems not to be relenting. That's just my fear.
We are not going to relent.
You know,
Nnamdi Kanu is one man, and men like Umiumiu, men like Ike Nwanonenye, men like Obidi Obinu, men like Rita Nebogo, men like Raphael Wazurike, men like Asari Dokobo, men like Tompolo. I can tell you, men like Ateke. Men you have not heard their name because they don't talk. They are on ground to do the necessary thing. If Nigerians want to war for us, I am telling you they are not ready for what they are going to do. But nobody lead a compromised soldier and rant on the radio that is your alpha and omega. Nobody does that. So don't worry about that. All this one is that we are studying what Nnamdi Kanu want to achieve. His first aim is, if not me, nobody talks about Biafra. So he want to endanger everything and destroy everything. But he will use his hand to destroy everything. And then we will rebuild it. Don't worry about that. All of you are gradually knowing the truth.
No, of course, some of us have already known the truth for years now. I'm aware of the truth ever since. I'm not a newcomer. You understand? As I left Nnamdi Kanu's ship since over 4 years ago.
I'm happy to hear that.
So it's not part of those charlatans that believe in falsehood. You know, I'm not part of that brainwashed people. How can you imagine? Okay, is he trying to tell me? Are they trying to tell us now that with all this thing going on, now what Nnamdi is kind of doing? Okay, now Nigeria federal government will now call Nnamdi and give him Biafra. They will just call him and say, okay, come and take Biafra. Do they think he's how it works?
He knows all this truth. I think the only problem he has now is he's enjoying the money. You know, when you see that, you pick mic, and then you hear and everybody obey you. We were the one that encouraged people to listen to him because we thought he was a moral man. For 4 years, we've dealt with this issue within the DOS. All those gangsters, they thought with the money at their disposal. They thought with their position individually. They thought with the connection and what they felt they know. They thought with the fake oath they gave to their father, they were going to bend our will to their desire. They never know we came out for the genuine reason, not to sell our people.
Onyibe, I have to implore you people, please. You people just have to continue, and whatever underground work you people are doing, you people just have to continue doing that, because the damage is increasing. The damage is really escalating. You know, we don't know when this whole thing will end, because this unknown government that have entered the east and parts of the south are ravaging the whole region. And it's getting out of hand. Look at Igbos will be at the end of the day. Igbos will be the ones to be targeted. Igbos already are everywhere in the south and just like the last caller said, and it's true. You can't even be an Igbo man in peace now in River State. I have cousins there. I have friends there. How can we continue like this? This is rubbish. How can you be surrounded by people that don't believe in your ideology, and you are still going ahead to enforce your ideology on them without due consultation and respect and regard? You
are castigating them. You are not even.
How can you castigate them?
You are not even sharing your ideology.
You want to kill their governor? Yeah? You want to kill Igbo governor? You want to kill Mumwa? You want to kill the LKK? You want to kill Otimi Amechi? What are you calling it, Wiki? Don't the Wiki, they have Equators? Do you think that Equators are happy when they hear that? They are not happy. Then the targets will be the normal Igbo men on the street.
And he's fighting for Biafra.
Do they even think? I tell what they were talking to one the other day on one comment like that. He was trying to let me know that why am I talking like this? Because I was trying to tell him about you should be careful. He was not saying that I'm talking like a coward. And I said, what coward for God's sake? What coward? Why did Nnamdi give most of you people the idea that Igbos are superior? Igbos are unperishable. Do you think that Igbos cannot be wiped out in this Nigeria? Why would anyone think like that?
Even if they are superior.
Why would they be sick? Why would they be carried away with them? I don't know the courage and this kind of idea they have that Igbos are superior. But nothing can happen to Igbo men.
Even if Igbos are superior, you shouldn't be the one saying it. By their fruit, Israel has never acknowledged or made statement that they are among.
Israel is too much in their words, how they talk, how they chat, how they talk to people, how they interact. They give no regard to people. They shout down on people. They talk regardlessly to people, carelessly to people. You know, I don't know where this thing is coming from. Me, I'm an Igbo man, pure man from Anambra State. But me, sometimes when I see all these people, I say, when did Igbos metaphors to become like this? I don't know where this ideology just came from, but I only have one direction, which is Nnamdi Kanu, because that's how he preaches. And this character and this mode of operation is directly linked to him. He has so far brainwashed our people. The gullibles, the sympathizers, they can't logically think like normal human beings in a society. In a society that is complex, you are in a society that is highly complex, which is Nigeria. Nigeria is a highly complex society. There are so many interests, ethnic, cities, and every other thing you can think of. When you apply some certain steps when it comes to actualization of a sovereignty or recognition, you have to take note of all this, everybody involved, because everybody feels they have their own sense of recognition. Even though we have a former background of Biafra history, but still things have changed, and it's the same Fulanis that changed it. You can't continue beating a dead horse. A dead horse is already dead. All this one they go on media, you see people dragging everybody, you are Igbo, you are this one. All those things are rubbish. It will only cause more enmity to us. I keep telling them this thing, but they won't listen. Let me tell you one thing: a warrior doesn't live within his enemies. A warrior goes out to fight his enemies. A warrior will end to be a warrior when he lives inside his enemy. Any wise warrior doesn't live within his enemy. You go out and fight your enemy. But look at what is happening to Igbos. The Igbos are living within enemies because of what the way the Nnamdi Kanu has what streamlined and carried out the activities of IPOB. Now it's backfiring. Unknown government, even though it's Fulani or whatever, but now everybody believes that they are all IPOB people. And Nnamdi Kanu is going far to endorse Simon Ekpa. All of them are blessing unknown government. Anytime you go to their forum, you see them blessing unknown government. All those is
all of them, they are cashing on the emotion of our people.
Unknown government, they will say God bless unknown government. What are they trying to tell people? And you have this unknown government causing a lot of disaster in the same South region. And now when they tune into your program, you'll be the same person to say God bless unknown government. And now, quite one governor and some governors are saying that unknown government are not IPOB. But you are going further to claim that they are IPOB by endorsing them. When the CP of police of Lagos State said IPOB wants to invade and attack Lagos, it was falsehood. But Nnamdi Kanu said they don't have any agenda to attack Lagos. What do you mean by that statement? Are you trying to say that, okay, indeed, IPOB is the people attacking the southeast and south-south? It's further implicating and making things worse for Igbos, giving very bad image. This is not our character. I keep telling IPOB people, I don't know where people are getting this character from, this violence on gun and shooting and destruction. You people are endorsing whatever. It's not you or you. I don't understand again. But so far, you people are endorsing it. This is not the character of an Igbo man. An Igbo man can only talk to you and he's cohabitating. Igbo man is after his own money and he can always, he's courageous and you say what he wants, but he doesn't go out to fight and kill and destroy properties and people. It is not in our character. It has never happened to us. I don't know where this particular thing is coming from. And it's very, very disappointing because it's not what we are known for. This is not our character. Who brought in this ideology in us? It's Nnamdi Kanu. You see, look at the destruction. I'm telling you people today, anybody listening, you are still there following Nnamdi Kanu. You are still there following IPOB, thinking that one day, what are you people expect? Okay, people think that one day they'll not say, Nnamdi Kanu come and carry Biafra. Are you people crazy? Are you people crazy by destroying the properties of the state and carrying guns and being very, very disrespectful? So somebody will not give you this Biafra. Look at the foreign countries. I've already told us that it is us that will solve our own problem. No international body can help us. And Nnamdi Kanu is calling the same international people to come and give us a referendum. Who is even listening to him? What's referendum from where? And this referendum we now is dead and buried. If IPOB doesn't know, with this violence going on and all these things going on, this referendum that we are seeking for is dead and buried because you cannot be a rebel and you're asking for a referendum when you don't have any previous agreement to have a referendum. Unlike the way South Sudan had their own in 2005 after their war. That's why they came to the round table and they got their own referendum. Do Nigerians, do we have any previous agreement to have any referendum in that country? No. So this is a step to make the process to get a referendum. But now you have turned it to violence. Where are you going to get that referendum? Now you are killing Igbos. Igbos are reducing every day in the southeast. When the referendum finally come from heaven or wherever, who is going to do the referendum? When we would have reduced our population. People are dying in the southeast now. Now people are running away from this. When the referendum comes, who is going to do the referendum? When you are reducing the population of your own people. Don't these people think? I don't understand what's all this. I don't just understand. I'm tired of this whole thing. Every day you go to the TV, on telly, on news, you see news from the southeast. This is uncommon. This is not the character of an Igbo man. I don't know how Nnamdi Kanu was able to turn our people, to blindfold them, to think and act like rebels. This is not the character of an Igbo man. An Igbo man doesn't have this character. No matter what the killing that being oppressed by Fulani or being killed by Fulani. And so let's talk about this Fulani death and the killing. Yes, in the villages, in the farmland, they are killing people. But still, when you check what is happening now, it's like even Igbos are now being killed more than what Fulanis are being killed. What Fulani is killing in the farmlands. Now, who is losing? Is this the right way? Did you kill fire with fire? What is all this? That's my people think. Very soon now, look at now, Buhari now has given order shoot aside Igbo youth. If army now, they have changed the security structure in the southeast. By the time the army faces southeast with full force with airplanes and air raids, my brother, do you think that IPOB can withstand? When the army is not even on this soil, what will happen to the average Igbo man? The people that sell akara, the people that sell normal like eat, they only go out to sell and eat. People in Nigeria market on each market. Then you cannot go out to be in your house. How do you feed in a country that economy is so bad? And look at what is according to the East. At this period, that everywhere is so bad economically. When they look at now, they have changed the military structure in the Southeast, and they are coming with full force. When they come in full force now and they start shooting our brothers aside, who will remain to do the referendum? And some charlatans are still online supporting this agenda, pushing forward this nonsense unknown government and this violence going on. You see people Igbos preaching and supporting the explosion and the destruction of police stations. What is happening to us? I used to think that we are very intelligent people. We won't be Biafra, yes. Is this how the process? You want to start destroying your own base? The only southeast we have. Every day when you talk to people from the south, they will tell you that you remain in your 5 states. Nobody is willing to give you that. In another 5 states now, if you want to destroy it. Okay, Igbos now, the funny thing is that almost all of us that you see them shouting out. The Igbo youths are not even in southeast. Everybody is outside. Lagos, Abuja, and other countries. And you want to destroy the only home we have. Now this December that is coming, some of us cannot go home again. What is going on? What can these people think? Yeah? And you are there supporting unknown government. Now very soon now the same boys that you are supporting, they will turn to be armed robbers. They will turn to be thieves. Southeast will become what? A horrific place to come. Because they will start robbing and stealing and attacking people. There's hunger in the land in the whole country. So what are we propagating? What are we actually doing? What is actually doing? This is not Biafra again. This is madness. This is just madness. I don't know who is going to save us. And this is just the beginning. It's only going to get worse. And the only people that are going to bear this brunt is Igbos. Both inside Southeast and outside Southeast within Nigeria. Everything will fall on Igbos. Very soon, look at the way everybody is looking at us within that country. Everybody is crewing hatred for Igbos the more. Many platforms on South now are now springing up on Facebook, unlike before. All of them are now talking. Before, you hardly hear groups coming out from all this South. Now they are now coming. Everybody is trying to what? Castigate Igbos and talk against what is happening. And at the end of the day, you say you are with who? Who is with you in the South way? If not for this your platform, this new platform, this is the platform some of our brothers in the South are even looking at to get to have hope on. That is just it. If it was only Nnamdi Kanu by now, I don't know how it will happen. But if you listen to them, some of them have known that Uche Mefo has left Nnamdi Kanu. And what Uche Mefo is saying is far better than what Nnamdi Kanu is saying. So my brother, this thing is getting out of hand. I don't know who is going to help us. If people should just continue, us that we are not in the country, it doesn't mean that our people are not in the country. It doesn't mean that we don't come to Nigeria. So what will now happen? Me, I'm so scared, I'm so worried. And this particular man in Norway, what's his name? Simon Ella. Sometimes when I come across him, I just see what that man is saying. He's just doing endorsing unknown government, praying for them every day. And people listening to him, you see people listening, commenting. These are Igbo people. What is happening to our brain? How can somebody sit on a chair with a cowries and golden chair somewhere in Norway, and he's telling you people, and you people are believing what, and most of you are inside the country, and somebody is in Finland telling you what politics is going on in Nigeria, and you are believing him. He tells you stories, tell you this and tell you that one, and those comment, and you see people commenting and praising.
They now football club, Biafra National Football Club, Biafra Traditional Dance.
Nonsense. You see all those people, you even come online, you see all of them, there will be different videos, different broadcasts abroad. You'll be talking brainwashing our youth. Who is going to give you Biafra? How? With all this thing you're going, okay, is it Buhari that is going to call you and say, come and take Biafra and take the whole South State? Are these people thinking? Foreigners are not going to give you any for referendum. Wake up from the stupidity, what is wrong to happening to our people. Eh? Wake up, you are there endorsing. Samuel Eba, we've seen fundraising for ESN. Do you know what is funding military on the societies? Do you know what is funding military, even one local government? You are funding unknown government, funding people to protect from fire. Don't you know that they use bullets? How much are people? Who is going to contribute? How many people are contributing for financing of weaponry for unknown government in the southeast? To achieve what? How much are you going to do that? How long are you going to sustain it? They don't even know what they are saying. It's just like child's play to them. It is just like child's play. They don't know what they are doing. It is not possible. They will just destroy Southeast. And it's going to happen. That's just my fear. They are being carried away by stupidity. They can't think. They think they can fund rebel. They think they can fund secession. It is not possible. It entails a lot of what I call finance and backing.
A lot of processes involved.
A lot of processing. You cannot do that with some few people abroad sponsoring this nonsense. And you are now doing fundraising. And my people are there listening to that sermon like that. He's telling you what will happen to you. He's in Finland. He's giving you people praying. And people are following. Yes, and unknown government. They are praising and happy that they are destroying our land. But brother, between man and God, I know that one day everybody will come home to roost. That's what I believe. One day everybody will be held accountable what's happening in Igbo land. I know that. One day everybody and everything will turn around. You see this Biafra thing. If it continues this way, it will not come. George Onyibe, we are hoping on this your platform to turn things around.
Honestly,
we are really hoping. I don't know how fast people are going about it, but you people need to turn things around fast, because you people were part of them and you know the in and out of everything. You people are supposed to break that foundation and bring it down, because the way the thing is going now is only Igbos that will suffer this thing.
No, honestly, that is why we are here. That is why we are here.
It's only also look at what is coming now with new military structure in the southeast to shoot aside for every Igbo man. These IPO people, they still don't understand what that means. And when it commences, we will see what will happen. When we have helicopters and planes hovering all over southeast and grounds to shooting aside Igbo youth, then we will know. Thank you, George Onyibe. May God just help us. Good night.
Thank you very much, my brother. Of course, Biafrans across the globe should be rest assured we are not leaving anybody behind. We will make sure that we do the needful. We will make sure that this Biafra restoration project is brought to a conclusive end, as we always tell you. Be rest assured of that. But there are a lot of distractions created by Nnamdi Kanu, which we are trying to diffuse. And at the right time, you will see what we have been doing. My brother, Bright, thank you for holding on for such a very long time. But go ahead, please.
Yeah, good evening to you, and good evening to all Biafrans, lovers of freedom and friends of Biafra. With the burning issue at hand, few of these miscreants calling in, suggesting otherwise, they are the major problem and Nnamdi Kanu we are having.
Now, since yesterday, they've been circulating a very old video when Nnamdi Kanu went to Japan. And they've brought out that video now from the archive to deceive the gullible, claiming that Nnamdi Kanu is in talks with the Japanese government to support Biafra with arms and the likes of it. You know, these are the things. I don't know if our people are even alive to the responsibility and the dangers. You know, and now most of them are calling, oh, this, that, why Nnamdi Kanu? And they are still pushing these are evil propaganda. And they are still pushing this evil propaganda all over the social media. You know, trying to deceive our people. Now, most of these people calling in favor of Nnamdi Kanu, how many of them have gone ahead to condemn all his utterances? They are the ones who has so many fake Facebook accounts going inbox by inbox, threatening people. And they are still the ones who are out there on social media sharing this old video of Nnamdi Kanu, making it go viral, claiming he's in Japan. Nnamdi Kanu is not in Japan, rather he's in hiding. Now, what is the intent of sharing that video? Deceiving these gullible people. And I believe maybe by now, they'll be sharing it from WhatsApp to WhatsApp back home to these same people we are trying to save. Nnamdi Kanu is not in talk with any government. Nnamdi Kanu is not in Japan. Rather, he's in hiding somewhere in Europe. You know, enough of this nonsense. Our people are dying. Like the last caller said, those in Nigeria should put their ears on ground. Now, the federal government, they are moving all their attention to the southeast, which is what now they have legitimate reasons. You know, we've talked about these things, but most of these stupid people who call in and who think it's all about Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is the problem. It's never the solution. It's never the solution. You know, and like you made mention of few names, these are people who are on ground, who have what it takes, at least to 20% to confront the security agencies. And, you know, Nnamdi Kanu has even got 1% of anything. 1%. Now, for those of them who think these things are a joke when it goes out of hand, let us take what is happening this week in between Israel and Palestine. That is no joke. People need to go and look at buildings that's been, you know, brought down by rockets. What do we have? We have nothing. These are part of the things that is my major concern. In the last 3 days, Hamas shot about 300 rockets into Israel. Out of that 300, Israel intercepted 98% of it. Do we have that technology? We don't. We don't even have what it takes to neutralize anything. You know, and when reasonable voices are bringing this into the forebear, all these psychophants who are hiding in Europe, whose interest about Biafra is because of the asylum, I still maintain this. Let most of them come out on a town hall meeting. You know, I'm not trying to say, oh, because they don't have documents. Let them come out and state the reason why they are for Biafra in diaspora. It's not because they love Biafra. It's just a bargain chip for them. It's just because that they feel that's something, you know, they can hold on to and try to, you know, get what they want. But at the end of the day, you know, I wish our people back home can really even wake up and see the coffee and smell the coffee. You know, when the British go, you know, enough of all this nonsense. Enough of all this nonsense. It's not taking us anywhere. All this can never give us Biafra and will never give us Biafra. Today, they are drawing the first blood, but they are drawing the bad blood. At the end of the day, they don't understand the tension all over the place. The same way Nnamdi Kanu created tension in Lagos during the EndSARS. And he was denying. Mazi Emezioke, the guy who appeared on BBC interview today, was the one who had an intervention meeting that invited Nnamdi Kanu, Fani Kayode, and he was trying to explain that it wasn't Ejibo, it was Oyibo. Do people really understand the tension that guy brought to Lagos? When the Oba Palace was attacked, if the few prominent Yorubas had swing the narrative that is the Igbos, do they understand that the Igbos would have been under massive attack? If not that, prominent and, Yorubas with voice in Lagos come out to say it wasn't the Igbos behind the attack on the Oba Palace. And they mentioned the guy that is a rival to this guy, MC Olomo. What Igbos did was to rally around all the Alaye boys to secure their areas. This guy utterances has caused so much damage. Obibo is there as an evidence. Olu is there. And when we keep to highlight this thing, people think it's about Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is irrelevant. The only thing we're trying to stop is him using his platform, capitalizing on these are vulnerable brothers who do not even understand the reason why they're protesting. Okay, now look at the guy they arrested, one of the so-called unknown government in Japan. He doesn't even understand why what he's doing. He's not even paid. In his own words, they say when Biafra comes, they will pay him. And this is not once, this is not twice. And this guy has wife and kids. Now the question, who's going to look after his family? In as much as I'm not in support of what is happening, for those thinking is revenge, that is not the way you revenge against the military. That's not the way you revenge against the police. And most of them are in diaspora, like with particular reference, those in America, thinking is the best way to revenge. Why don't the blacks in America, why don't the Black Panthers, why don't the black community pick up guns and go after the police? Because it's on record. The blacks are being killed every day in America by the police. Why? These are questions people need to ask. Why? Why? Because they understand it's a suicide mission. These things it can't be overemphasized. The truth cannot be overemphasized. Yes, there are genuine reasons why we should, agitate. Yes, there are genuine grievances, but this is not the way forward. This is never the way forward. All these people in diaspora are ranting like Nnamdi Kanu. If they have what it takes, this is the time they should begin to give the orders to ask the military to vacate. No. They create all these things from their comfort zone. On top of that, they are busy circulating old video that is more than 3 years old. When Nnamdi Kanu went to, what is 3 years? More than 5 years, almost 4 years old when he went to Japan. And now they are circulating it, trying to deceive the gullible back home that Nnamdi Kanu is in Japan in talks. Huh? Enough of this. Now, where's the drone? These are times they need to begin to ask him questions. Where are the drones he claimed he bought? Where are the arms he claimed he bought? I'm not a fan of violence, because I know at the end of the violence does nobody no good. As it stands now, we don't even have what it takes to even stand, a chance to fight the military. That is the simple truth. This guy has already created a bad blood. Does he think, do people really think, okay, all these people come in to say, why Nnamdi Kanu? Where were the voice when Nnamdi Kanu was busy desecrating the Obi of Onitsha? Do they understand the stool of the Obi of Onitsha? Where were they? Enough of this nonsense. Nnamdi Kanu came on air and put a bounty on Wike's head, put a bounty on Nyawodo's head. Now, the rubbish they tried with the Koremban in Germany, when they wanted to do it to Amechi in Spain, if they had eventually succeeded in Madrid, do they know what would have happened in Elele and Isogbo? Do they understand that those who sell building material on those axes are all Igbos? Like I say, if everything goes out of hand, how are we going to cope? He doesn't think about nobody. At least in River State, for example, the people should go along Aziz, Rumolumini, Rumodama. These are places Igbos have worked so hard to develop. If there are 100 Igbos in River State, 60% are landlords, 60% are businessmen. Do these people think at all? Because they have nothing to lose. Yeah, but thank you so much and God bless. Sometimes when these people call in, they are very irritating because they don't mean good. They are, even these people are Nnamdi Kanu recruit. Nnamdi Kanu is the one that sent them to come and do all these calls.
Course.
Now they can call into your program, or they can call on Biafra Human Rights and Radio Freedom and have that interaction. Why don't they challenge Nnamdi Kanu to have the same, where he will be on air? People will call and get him. Not this one, they will put some fake numbers that doesn't go through.
Does he
now,
have fake,
how many people call? Two or three people.
He doesn't have Facebook accounts.
Now, they should begin to challenge Nnamdi Kanu to a town hall meeting. What they need now is a town hall meeting. We don't need to be in the same environment. Today, people are having Zoom meetings from all over the world. We live in a virtual world, basically. Companies are having board meetings without having to be in the same room. People are working from home. So this thing is doable. Let Nnamdi Kanu create a stream yard where people can come in, not his sacrifice, not his studio, where people can come in and begin to put him on the spot. He will run away from it. Look at the interview he went with the Zimbabwe lady. He was put on the spot. He couldn't say a thing. Why did IPOB and Nnamdi zombies run to the market with that interview? Because they know he messed himself up. I guarantee them 1 hour interview on the spot. Nnamdi Kanu cannot even answer. By the time you begin to ask him, where is the document that was signed, sealed, and delivered? He will have no answer to it. He knows why he's running. He knows why he's avoiding every form of engagement and discourse. He doesn't own Biafra. We all own Biafra. Who the hell is he going to America to tell people, if you don't donate money, you can't come into Biafra? Does he think he owns Biafra? Biafra doesn't belong to him. In fact, as a matter of fact, when the time comes, he will not even be on the round table that can even speak for Biafrans. Yeah, but thank you so much and God bless.
Thank you, my brother. And of course, this is where we begin to draw the curtain on this very segment. Don't let anybody deceive you. The truth is the truth. We must continue until we get home. People must not misunderstand our purpose of being here. We are trying to remove the very obstacle in the way to restore Biafra. And then get our people organized. And this we continue to do. Apology to those of you, I cannot be able to take your call at this moment. I sincerely apologize. And I appreciate those of you who were able to call in to make your contribution. Tomorrow is another day. We continue from where we stop. Be good. Be genuine Biafran. And avoid Nnamdi Kanu until he gets his head back. And then maybe I have to take this call coming from one of our sister, Ada Biafra. Can you hear me? Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Good evening. My name is Ada Biafra. Because I just want to thank you. I know you are closing the program already, but I just want to thank you for all these things that you are doing for us. Many people are opening their eyes. The only people that did not know what is going on is only those that started listening to Nnamdi Kanu from December or on December, or let me say January or December 2020, and those that started listening on January 2021. That's the only people that don't know what is going on. They don't know that Nnamdi Kanu hatred for black is what is trying to know what to do with Biafra. In fact, southeast part of Biafra. Because these people don't know that he hates all of us, especially the gullible, especially those who do not have much, who thought that he was bringing Biafra. He was sacrificing our blood on the altar of his ritual money so that he can be great. You know, whenever he chopped much of our blood, he will be speaking, he will be telling too much lies, and everybody will be shaking and trembling and thinking that they are doing something. They don't know that they are possessed. It's only those that he has been able to possess that he can kill and take their blood and make himself more richer. Anyway, many people who have called this evening have said enough. If our people want to listen, let them listen. Those that are in asylum in abroad, forget your asylum, speak the truth. Leave it. If they collect your asylum from you, it's better for you that you speak the truth and save your next generation than to lie upon the lie that Nnamdi Kanu is now covering up. In fact, I'm not calling him Nnamdi Kanu, he's a Perima. He's now covering up the lies that he has lied. You know what he's trying to do? He's trying to kill all those people he started this struggle with. He's trying to kill all of them, especially those volunteers. He wants to kill all of them so that he will cover all those tracks of evil. So that whenever he will be seen in Biafra land, then nobody will query him because he knows the evil that he was doing. Nnamdi Kanu, wherever you are, I know you are listening to all of us because you always come to us to talk. Whenever we greet you, we pray for you, we put our prayers that we would have put forth for the rightful people. We will be bragging that all of us are following you. We say Biafra or death, and you use that Biafra or death to kill all of us because we believed in Biafra. You want to sacrifice our blood. Oh, it shall never be well with you wherever you are in the part of the world. As long as you were born in Biafra land, even if you were not born in Biafra land, as long as your feet have touched Biafra land and the dust of Biafra land have touched your body, and you use the water in Biafra land to bath, you will never succeed in your evil plot. You will never succeed in your evil. You will never. I'm just picking those that still don't know what is going on. I know that many have realized themselves and ran away. Some he has killed using another. A brother, you know what they are doing with Apateke, one of Biafra land. I don't know why he was not talking again. That Apateke foreign. They will say to you, send me your picture, I want to do something for you. You will think that you are talking to your brother, you will send your picture. They will take that your picture and give to another IPOB member. Then the IPOB member, they will tell that person to come and kill you in your house. They will rage because those people understand. They know where you are going. They know where the route you always follow. They will gang up and kill the IPOB member in that place. And if that Apateke one of Biafra land okay for it, if they did not succeed, because he uses them so that they will not say it's not the kind of direct, that is Perima, direct that is coming from. They will come and send you like 150,000, 200,000. They will tell you go and buy food, go and do this so that you can be following us, If you finish doing it, if they know that you are among the volunteers, what they will tell you is go and kill this one. Meanwhile, they have used that person to kill another IPOB member, and that one have fulfilled that thing, and be asking them to bring the balance. Now they are doing what is there called, those people are hired to go and kill people, murderers. That's what they are doing. And if you disagree to do it, they will pay another one to come and kill you yourself. And if you disagree, if that one disagree, and they know that their evil is coming out because 1, 2, 3 have known that this one has told, the same man have told him to kill this one, and this one did not kill. What they will do is, this unknown government, they are talking. They will call Nigerian army and tell them, we are sending these boys to this place, and these boys you are looking at now, these ones, they will describe all of you. Then when the Nigerian army, because they are working for Nigeria, their Perimakano is working for Nigeria, they will pick all of you because they have described you and know what you can do and how you will be coming to them and how you will be behaving when you are coming. They will target all those people and they will eliminate all of them. That's what they are doing. That's what they are doing. And our people can't even wake up. Why don't you run? What are you doing? This is what I told my friend. Stop going on this mission. You will die. They will kill you to cover up many things. And now he's dead. They have covered up many things now. Now anybody who will say something or who will tell the story, all of them gone. They have all been killed. And who will tell these gullible ones now they are recruiting that CEO, we have gone there and we have died. Because there they cannot rise to talk now. That's the thing. Now they have gone. These ones, they are putting their head, they are killing them. Thank God for them. Let them continue. We will continue to tell them what Nandekan is using them to do is to feed the dragon. Nothing more, nothing less. Just to feed that dragon that is drinking blood. That's all. Their life is nothing to him. Because he said he doesn't have anything to do with black man. He said it loud and clear. That the black man is useless. And he's using your blood to feed animals he brought from Chinese or wherever. I don't know. You want to feed your blood with it because he calls you Mokoko. Thank you, Dopa. Michku Kabama, bless you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, my sister. But then we must continue. Like I said, this is where we draw the curtain for this evening segment. Good night from here, and God bless you.
Got Talent exclusive.
After this heavy rain, please let the sun rise.
Our lives are in danger, siblings and more that all day long we have been ruled by strangers. Give us Biafra. We are begging you, please.
There's nothing we can do without you. It's only you that will save my life.
Chico King and Biama, you are the one to give us Biafra. We pray.
Oh, just save the lives. We are your children, save our lives. We are like sheep has gone astray. Restore our land and heal our hearts.
Save my life.
Save my life. Save my life.
Chico
Almighty Father.
we are begging you, please.
We ain't seen living here in the zoo. Juke up them and set us free. We are begging you.
See my people stay at crying. Juke up them and get dying. Save our land, we beg you for love.
Tears in my eyes, every day I dey cry. Nothing else I'm asking for, Lord, give me Biafra before I die. We need a clearer picture, a better future, the Lord.
Freedom is what we want, nothing more, nothing less. We are tired of the zoo and your wickedness. Yes.
Save my life, Papa.
Give us Biafra.
We are begging you, please. We are begging you, please. When your kingdom shall come, we
I know you can feel our anguish, but don't let us perish in the hands of our enemies.